When I was younger, I used to always lament the fact that being born meant I eventually had to die. And I would get frustrated that nobody had thought to ask me if that was a fair trade-off that I was willing to make. Of course, they couldn't because I didn't exist. It's only upon existing and becoming conscious that you realize, oh, it's a trap. I should have known back then that I would eventually become an antinatalist. Within the field of ethics, antinatalism is the belief that having children is unethical, mostly because children cannot consent to be born into a world in which they suffer. Therefore, bringing them here is inherently unjust. Now, when I first encountered a serious study of this philosophy back in university, I was still very resistant to the idea that having children might be unethical. And I attribute this resistance to the reality that we've been sold a life script and we're supposed to fulfill that, and anything that gets in the way of fulfilling marriage, children, retire, be a grandmother, etc., is to be disregarded. Having children is seen as so automatic that most people have never paused to think about whether or not they should procreate and why they are procreating in the first place. And this is something that I really want us to tackle on this page. So if you're interested in this topic, definitely follow along because we're going to be tackling it from various angles. What are the economic reasons that people feel that they should have children or are pressured into having children? And who does it benefit if we continue to have them? Religious reasons to have children, gender roles, traditionalism, all of those different things we are going to discuss because I think that they're super interesting. So I'm going to be uploading the first installation in the series, which is going to focus on the economic reasons of having children, and it'll be in the comments below. But I have some disclaimers before we start. One, I'm not judging people who do choose to have children. I just want us to create a space in which we can dissect the ideology behind procreation and how that interacts with human suffering, capitalism, and all of these other forces around us. Two, when I speak about considering whether or not having children is ethical or not, I'm not speaking to those who have been coerced into children or who didn't have access to reproductive rights to be able to end an unwanted pregnancy or prevent an unwanted pregnancy. I'm speaking about the actual choice in actively choosing to have children, not the people who wanted something different for their lives but couldn't make that decision for themselves. So those are the ground rules, and let's have the conversation.